Speaker, this issue of granting most favored nation status to China is a very important one for the American people. It is about nothing less than our economic future, our national security, and our democratic principles. As you know, the conflict in the House of Representatives and our disagreement on this issue has centered around the issues of trade, proliferation, and human rights. That's why I'm so disappointed that we have so little time to debate this issue today, and I can only ask the Republican leadership of this House and all of those who are so eager to move this along on both sides of the aisle, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the facts? Are you afraid of the New Year's, the 4th of July break, constituents who cannot afford to travel to Washington with businesses would have time to express their views to their members of Congress? Are you afraid of 100,000 young people in Golden Gate Park gathered together to support Free Tibet? I wish our colleagues were here and not away to a funeral or without votes off of Capitol Hill, because the facts must be heard by them. Because today, members of Congress will be asked to set down a marker. How far does China have to go? How much more repression? How big a trade deficit and loss of jobs for the American worker? And how much more dangerous proliferation has to exist before members of this House of Representatives will say, I will not endorse the status quo? As I mentioned, it's about jobs, proliferation, and human rights. And there are those who say we shouldn't link human rights and trade and proliferation and trade. I disagree. But if we just want to take up this issue on the basis of economics alone, indeed, China should not receive most favored nation status for several reasons that I'd like to go into now. I'd like to call the attention of our colleagues to this chart on the status quo that the business community is asking each and every one of you, each and every one of us, to endorse today. Right now we have a $34 billion trade deficit with China, the 1995 figure. It will be over $40 billion for 1996. Since the Tiananmen Square massacre, this figure has increased 1,000%, from $3.5 billion then to about $34 billion now. In terms of tariffs, I think it's interesting to note that the average U.S. MFN tariff on Chinese goods coming into the United States is 2%. Whereas the average Chinese MFN tariff on U.S. goods going into China is 35%. Is that reciprocal? On exports, China only allows certain industries into China, of U.S. industries into China,